Have you ever wondered why some mornings leave you feeling unsteady, foggy, or even at risk of a fall? What if the way you start your day is silently shaping your health, strength, and independence? Today, we're uncovering the 5 critical mistakes seniors make when waking up, habits that millions repeat without realizing the danger. From sudden collapses to hidden health risks, these small actions could be stealing your vitality. Stay with us until the end, because the 5th mistake is the most dangerous of all, and it's silently affecting thousands, knowing it could be the key to protecting your future freedom and well-being. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. This morning, a deeply unsettling event sent shockwaves through an entire community, leaving residents grappling with a stark reminder of life's fragility. A 73-year-old woman, known for her boundless vitality, infectious enthusiasm, and remarkably good health for her age, experienced a sudden and catastrophic collapse mere moments after rising from bed. There were no warning signs, no lingering illnesses, no telltale symptoms, not even the slightest indication that anything was amiss. What began as an ordinary morning, filled with the promise of routine, transformed into a harrowing wake-up call not only for her loved ones but for anyone who hears her story. This incident serves as a sobering cautionary tale, one that could resonate with you or someone you care about. The most chilling realization is that this tragedy is far from an isolated case. Every single day, millions of older adults unknowingly engage in seemingly innocuous morning habits that, over time, erode their physical strength, impair their circulatory health, accelerate the aging process, and significantly heighten their risk of falls, accidents, and even life-threatening cardiovascular events. The actions you take in the first few minutes after waking can profoundly influence whether you approach the day with energy, independence, and resilience or unwittingly set yourself up for vulnerability to the relentless effects of time. These small, automatic choices, often made without a second thought, can either fortify your health or quietly undermine it, setting the stage for preventable health crises. Imagine the scene. Your eyes flutter open as the first rays of morning light filter into your room. Almost instinctively, you swing your legs over the side of the bed and stand up, propelled by the momentum of a routine you've followed for decades. For millions of people worldwide, this is the default way to start the day, a habit so ingrained it feels as natural as breathing. Yet, few pause to consider the hidden risks embedded in this simple act of haste. What seems like an unremarkable transition from rest to activity can mark the first step toward a cascade of health complications, including falls, fractures, prolonged hospital stays, or even severe cardiovascular incidents like heart attacks or strokes. For individuals over the age of 60, this seemingly harmless habit becomes an increasingly perilous gamble. As we age, the body's circulatory system becomes less agile, responding more slowly to sudden changes in position or demand. During the night, while you sleep, your body enters a state of profound rest. Blood flow slows, blood pressure naturally decreases, and muscles remain in a prolonged state of relaxation. Ascension to a standing position without giving your body adequate time to adjust can trigger a condition known as orthostatic hypotension, a sudden and significant drop in blood pressure that starves the brain of oxygen-rich blood. The result? Dizziness, blurred vision, leg weakness, or even fainting, all of which can lead to devastating falls. For many seniors, even those in otherwise excellent health, these falls occur in the familiar confines of their bedrooms, often within minutes of waking, simply because they didn't allow their bodies the brief adjustment period needed to stabilize. What makes this morning vulnerability so insidious is its subtlety. The warning signs are often fleeting and easy to dismiss: a momentary dimming of vision, a slight wobble in balance, or a brief sensation of breathlessness. Because these symptoms feel minor, many seniors brush them off, unaware that they're teetering on the edge of a preventable disaster. Yet, the statistics paint a grim picture. Falls in the morning hours are a leading cause of serious injuries among older adults, accounting for a significant portion of fractures, head traumas, and hospitalizations. Hip fractures alone, often resulting from such falls, can lead to a loss of independence, prolonged recovery, or even a downward spiral in overall health. The tragedy lies in how easily these incidents could be avoided with small, intentional changes to one's morning routine. Changes that take mere minutes but can make a life-altering difference. The wisdom of ancient Buddhist monks offers a profound perspective on this modern health challenge. For centuries, These spiritual practitioners have treated the act of waking as a sacred ritual, a deliberate and mindful transition from rest to activity. They believe that the way you greet the morning sets the tone not only for the day ahead but for the trajectory of your entire life. To honor this philosophy, monks awaken their bodies gradually, moving through a series of gentle practices designed to respect the natural rhythms of circulation and vital energy. These include wiggling the fingers and toes, taking slow, deep breaths, and performing light stretches while still lying in bed. Such rituals, rooted in centuries of tradition, are designed to preserve physical stability, mental clarity, and overall vitality well into old age. Remarkably, modern science validates this ancient approach. Research confirms that taking just a few moments to ease into the day can significantly reduce the risk of orthostatic hypotension, falls, and related cardiovascular complications. So, how can you adopt this practice? When you first open your eyes, resist the urge to leap out of bed. Instead, take 2 or 3 deep, intentional breaths, allowing oxygen to flood your system. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes to stimulate blood flow, then rotate your ankles and wrists to further awaken your joints. Next, slowly roll onto your side and ease yourself into a seated position on the edge of the bed. Let your feet rest firmly on the floor and pause for 20 to 30 seconds, continuing to move your feet in small circles and rolling your shoulders to encourage circulation. Only when you feel steady and grounded should you rise to your feet, doing so with mindfulness and care. This simple morning ritual, requiring less than 2 minutes of your time, could be the difference between starting your day with confidence and safety or leaving your health to chance. Beyond the risks of abrupt movement, another silent threat looms in the morning hours: dehydration. While you sleep, your body remains hard at work. Your heart continues to pump, your lungs draw breath, and your cells regenerate. These processes, though invisible, consume water, leaving you in a state of mild dehydration by the time you wake. For older adults, this is particularly concerning because the natural sensation of thirst diminishes with age. You may be dehydrated without even realizing it, setting the stage for a host of complications: thicker blood, sluggish circulation, unstable blood pressure, and over time, an elevated risk of heart attacks, strokes, and sudden falls. Yet, many seniors exacerbate this problem by starting their day with habits that further strain their systems. Some reach for coffee as their first act, unaware that caffeine can act as a diuretic, pulling even more water from the body. Others take medications on an empty stomach or skip fluids altogether, not realizing they're placing undue stress on their circulatory system from the very first hour of the day. As blood thickens from dehydration, the heart must work harder to pump it through the body, overburdening a system that already operates less efficiently with age. Over time, this silent cycle saps vitality, leaving seniors fatigued, dizzy, and increasingly vulnerable to health crises. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Consider the story of Mrs. Susan, a 76-year-old woman who epitomized healthy aging. She maintained an active lifestyle, walking daily, tending to her home, and engaging with her community. Yet, despite her vigor, she began to notice troubling symptoms: persistent morning headaches, creeping fatigue, and occasional bouts of dizziness shortly after rising. Like many, she chalked these up to the inevitable effects of aging, until one morning, she collapsed in her kitchen, overcome by a sudden faint. At the hospital, doctors delivered a surprising diagnosis: mild dehydration coupled with hypertension. The remedy was astonishingly simple. By keeping a glass of water by her bedside and drinking it upon waking, Mrs. Susan saw her symptoms nearly vanish within weeks. Her energy returned, her headaches subsided, and her mornings became a time of renewal rather than risk. This practice of morning hydration echoes another tenet of Buddhist wisdom: before the body can act, it must be nourished with what sustains it. For monks, water is more than a biological necessity. It is the first offering of the day, a sacred act of purification that honors the body as a temple. Drinking water upon waking is both a practical step and a profound gesture of self-respect, one that aligns seamlessly with scientific evidence. Studies show that rehydrating first thing in the morning supports stable blood pressure, enhances circulation, and reduces strain on the heart, paving the way for a day of vitality and resilience. By weaving together the time-honored practices of mindful waking and morning hydration, you can transform the start of your day into a powerful act of self-preservation. These small, deliberate choices, pausing to breathe, moving with intention, and drinking a glass of water, require minimal effort but offer monumental rewards. They are the difference between thriving in your later years and falling prey to preventable health setbacks. As the story of the 73-year-old woman reminds us, vitality is not guaranteed, it is cultivated, moment by moment, starting with the very first minutes of your day. Waking up each morning presents a critical opportunity to set the tone for your physical and mental well-being, particularly as you age. One of the most effective yet often overlooked practices is hydrating immediately upon waking. This simple act offers profound benefits. It enhances blood circulation, helps regulate blood pressure, and sharpens mental clarity. After hours of sleep, your body is in a state of mild dehydration, as it has been without water for an extended period. Replenishing fluids first thing in the morning kickstarts your metabolism, supports organ function, and primes your brain for focus and alertness. So, how can you incorporate this habit into your routine? Before reaching for your phone to check the news, scrolling through social media, or brewing that first cup of coffee, prioritize drinking water. Keep a glass or bottle of water on your nightstand for easy access. If chugging a full glass feels daunting, especially first thing in the morning, start with small, manageable sips and gradually increase the amount over time. To make the habit more appealing, consider adding a few drops of fresh lemon juice, which not only enhances the flavor but also gently stimulates your digestive system and provides a small boost of vitamin C. The key is consistency, making this a non-negotiable part of your morning routine. It's critical to understand that thirst is not an immediate indicator of dehydration. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already sending a delayed distress signal, meaning you're likely more dehydrated than you realize. Proactive hydration, drinking water before thirst strikes, acts as a preventive measure, safeguarding your health over the long term. This small, intentional act can serve as a silent shield, protecting your body from the cumulative effects of dehydration, which can contribute to fatigue, poor concentration, and even chronic health issues like kidney strain or cardiovascular stress. By committing to this daily practice, you're investing in your vitality for years, if not decades, to come. For many, the day doesn't truly begin until they've savored their first sip of coffee. The rich aroma, the warmth of the mug in your hands, and the gentle jolt of caffeine create a cherished morning ritual that feels almost sacred. However, there's a hidden risk that many overlook, particularly for those over 60. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can be one of the most detrimental habits for your health. The damage isn't immediate, it's insidious, building slowly over time like a hairline fracture that weakens a structure until it collapses. When you wake up, your body is in a delicate state. After fasting through the night, your blood sugar levels are low, your energy reserves are depleted, and your stomach lining is particularly vulnerable. Pouring strong coffee into this environment triggers a surge in gastric acid production. Without food to act as a buffer, this acid can erode the stomach lining, leading to conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, abdominal discomfort, and, in severe cases, ulcers. For older adults, who are more likely to have a history of digestive sensitivities, this daily habit can exacerbate existing issues or create new ones, setting the stage for significant health complications. Consider the story of Mr. Robert, a 75-year-old retiree with a lifelong love for coffee. For over 4 decades, his mornings began the same way, brewing a strong pot of coffee and drinking it before eating or drinking anything else. He viewed it as the key to his morning energy and mental sharpness. Over time, however, he began experiencing persistent stomach pain, a burning sensation in his chest, and irregular bowel movements. Eventually, he was diagnosed with severe acid reflux and early signs of gastritis. It wasn't until he consulted a nutritionist that he learned the root cause: his empty stomach coffee habit. The nutritionist advised him to eat a small, nutrient-rich snack before his coffee: a banana, a handful of almonds, or a slice of whole grain toast. Within weeks of adopting this change, Mr. Robert's symptoms, which had plagued him for years, began to subside, and he regained a sense of comfort and vitality he thought was lost forever. This principle of nourishing the body before stimulating it echoes the wisdom of Buddhist monks, who emphasize balance and respect for the body's natural rhythms. During their rigorous spiritual practices, monks consume light, easily digestible meals before engaging in activities that demand physical or mental energy. They recognize that the body's internal equilibrium is fragile, particularly in the morning, and that forcing stimulation, whether through caffeine or intense activity, without proper preparation can disrupt physical, emotional, and even spiritual harmony. By eating a small meal first, They protect their digestive system, stabilize their heart rate, and cultivate a foundation of resilience for the day ahead. To apply this wisdom to your own life, make it a habit to eat something light and nutritious before your morning coffee. Ideal options include a banana, which provides potassium and gentle carbohydrates, a handful of nuts, rich in healthy fats and protein, a slice of whole grain bread for sustained energy, or a small serving of plain yogurt, which offers probiotics to support gut health. This doesn't need to be a full meal, just a modest foundation to cushion your stomach and moderate the effects of caffeine. Over time, this small adjustment can alleviate silent discomforts, enhance your mood, boost your energy levels, and even improve your sleep quality by reducing nighttime acid reflux. Beyond hydration and mindful coffee consumption, another common morning issue deserves attention. The subtle stiffness many people, especially those over 60, feel in their legs, shoulders, or back upon waking. It's tempting to dismiss this as a normal part of aging, to stretch briefly and move on with the day. However, this morning stiffness is far more than a minor inconvenience. It's a critical signal that your body requires intentional care, particularly in the first moments of the day. Ignoring it can elevate the risk of strains, muscle injuries, and falls, which can have severe and lasting consequences for older adults. During sleep, your body remains largely immobile for 6 to 8 hours. Muscles relax, blood circulation slows, and synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly, settles, leaving joints and muscles feeling stiff and sluggish upon waking. If you leap out of bed or move too quickly without allowing time for your body to warm up, you place undue stress on muscles and joints that are still in a dormant state. This can lead to micro-tears, sprains, or imbalances that increase the likelihood of falls, a leading cause of injury among seniors. The damage often accumulates silently, without immediate pain, but over time, it can manifest as chronic discomfort or mobility issues. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 22 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Take the case of Mrs. Linda, a vibrant 79-year-old who prided herself on her active lifestyle. Each morning, she rose early to tend to her garden and household chores. Despite noticing increasing heaviness in her legs upon waking, she brushed it off and continued her routine, often hurrying to the bathroom or kitchen without pause. One morning, her knees buckled under the strain, causing her to lose her balance and fall, striking her hip against the bed frame. While she avoided a fracture, the incident left her shaken, dependent on others for basic tasks, and fearful of moving freely. Her fall could have been prevented had she respected her body's need for a gradual transition from rest to activity. This concept of honoring the body's morning vulnerability aligns with the Buddhist principle of mindful awakening. Monks teach that the body and mind exist in a liminal state upon waking, hovering between rest and action. Abrupt or forceful movements during this time are seen as a form of disrespect to the body's natural rhythms. Instead, monks dedicate a few minutes to gentle practices, light stretches, slow movements, and deep breathing, to ease the transition. This ritual not only preserves physical health by warming up muscles and joints, but also fosters mental clarity and emotional stability, creating a harmonious start to the day. To incorporate this practice into your morning routine, take a few minutes to gently awaken your body before getting out of bed. While still lying down, wiggle your fingers and toes to stimulate circulation. Slowly rotate your ankles in small circles and flex your feet to engage your lower legs. Gradually stretch your arms overhead, lengthening your spine, and take a few deep breaths to oxygenate your muscles. When you're ready, sit on the edge of the bed and perform gentle neck rolls and shoulder shrugs to loosen your upper body. Finally, stand slowly, stretching your back and legs with care. These small, deliberate movements activate blood flow, lubricate joints, and prepare your neuromuscular system for the day's demands. By weaving these three practices, morning hydration, eating before coffee, and mindful movement, into your daily routine, you create a powerful foundation for long-term health and resilience. Each action, though simple, reflects a deep respect for your body's needs, particularly as you age. These habits don't require significant time or effort, yet their impact is profound, offering protection against silent threats and enhancing your quality of life for years to come. Start small, stay consistent, and let these morning rituals become a cornerstone of your well-being. Devoting just a few minutes each morning to a simple practice could profoundly enhance your autonomy, balance, and overall quality of life for years to come. Your body is quietly pleading for a touch more respect, and in return, It promises enduring vitality and resilience. Yet, lurking beneath the surface of daily routines lies a subtle but perilous mistake. One so insidious that it often goes unnoticed, silently eroding your strength, stability, respiratory health, and even your confidence. This error, though seemingly minor, compounds over time and becomes a significant contributor to falls, diminished mobility, and physical frailty, particularly in older adults. Alarmingly, many individuals are unaware they're making this mistake because it creeps into their habits so gradually, masquerading as a harmless routine. However, its long-term consequences are far-reaching, affecting not only physical health but also mental and emotional well-being. This dangerous misstep is the neglect of proper posture upon waking each morning. For countless seniors, the day begins with a posture that undermines their health. Shoulders slumped forward, head tilted downward, and torso collapsed inward. This hunched stance, often adopted unconsciously as they rise from bed, does more than convey an impression of weakness. It actively harms the body. Poor posture restricts breathing by compressing the chest cavity, reducing the lungs' ability to expand fully. This leads to shallow breaths, lower oxygen levels, and diminished energy, which can manifest as fatigue, mental fog, and even dizziness. Furthermore, a collapsed torso places undue pressure on internal organs, slowing digestion and contributing to issues such as bloating, gas, and constipation. The body's center of gravity is also thrown off, increasing the risk of imbalance and making trips or falls more likely, especially in the vulnerable first hours of the day. These seemingly small misalignments set off a cascade of effects that stress joints, strain muscles, and heighten the likelihood of accidents. The consequences of poor morning posture extend beyond the physical. Research consistently demonstrates a strong link between posture and psychological health. A hunched posture is associated with increased feelings of sadness, discouragement, and insecurity, while an upright stance promotes confidence, optimism, and mental clarity. This connection is not merely anecdotal. Studies, such as those published in journals like Psychological Science, have shown that adopting an open, upright posture can elevate mood, enhance memory, and even improve stress resilience. Thus, the way you carry yourself upon waking doesn't just shape your physical health. It influences your emotional and cognitive vitality. By starting the day in a slumped position, you inadvertently set a tone of diminished energy and reduced mental sharpness, which can ripple through your daily activities. Consider the story of Mrs. Barbara, an 81-year-old woman who epitomized an active and engaged lifestyle. She relished her daily walks, immersed herself in books, and treasured conversations with her family. Yet, over time, she unknowingly began to rise each morning with a hunched posture, her gaze fixed on the floor. Initially, the effects were subtle, occasional lightheadedness or a minor stumble at home. However, these small incidents escalated into a serious fall that left her unable to walk comfortably for months. What began as an unremarkable habit, getting out of bed with a bent spine, gradually undermined her body's balance and reaction capabilities. Her story serves as a poignant reminder that what appears to be a mere quirk in movement can signal a deeper risk to long-term health and independence. In many Eastern philosophies, including the teachings of Buddhist monks, posture is revered as more than a physical attribute. It is seen as the embodiment of vital energy and a reflection of one's respect for life. Monks emphasize that rising with a straight spine, squared shoulders, and eyes directed forward is a deliberate act of mindfulness, aligning the body and spirit for the day ahead. This practice is not rooted in vanity but in a profound understanding of health. An aligned posture supports the structural integrity of muscles and bones, optimizes breathing, and fosters mental clarity. It is a cornerstone of aging with strength, lucidity, and independence, enabling individuals to navigate life's challenges with dignity and resilience. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. So, how can you counteract the dangers of poor morning posture? The solution lies in a simple but intentional routine that begins the moment you wake. Before standing, sit on the edge of your bed and take a moment to elongate your spine, as if you're trying to grow a few inches taller. Inhale deeply, drawing your shoulders back and down, and position your chin parallel to the floor. As you place your feet on the ground, maintain an upright torso and keep your gaze at eye level, resisting the urge to look downward. Each step you take in those first few minutes should be deliberate, with an awareness of your body moving as a cohesive unit. This mindful approach to posture not only safeguards your physical strength but also nurtures mental clarity, boosts confidence, and deepens your connection to the present moment. The significance of these initial movements cannot be overstated. The way you rise each morning lays the foundation for how you will age, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Correcting your posture is a daily gift to yourself, a small but powerful act that compounds over time to preserve your freedom, vitality, and joy. Yet, it's common to dismiss this advice with thoughts like, "I've always gotten up this way, and I'm fine." This reaction is understandable. Habits ingrained over decades can create a false sense of security. The brain, accustomed to routine, assumes that the absence of immediate consequences means no harm is being done. But the human body operates differently. Like a bridge that develops imperceptible cracks over the years, the body accumulates subtle damage from poor habits. These tiny imbalances, whether in posture, circulation, or muscle engagement, build silently, eroding the foundation of your health until a significant event, such as a fall or injury, reveals the extent of the wear. Eastern traditions, including Buddhist teachings, offer a timeless insight. The actions you take today quietly shape your tomorrow. Small, consistent acts of care, such as rising with intention or prioritizing hydration, act like seeds planted in fertile soil. Over time, they grow into a robust tree of health and resilience or, if neglected, contribute to decay. When we discuss morning posture, we're not addressing a trivial detail but a critical factor in your future independence. The good news is that the body is remarkably adaptable. Even if you've spent years rising carelessly, it's never too late to change course. Small adjustments today can halt or reverse silent processes that might otherwise lead to limitations tomorrow. Think of it as adjusting the trajectory of a ship. A slight shift in direction now can lead to an entirely different destination years down the line. If you're reading this, you've already taken a crucial step toward transformation. While many continue their routines without pause or reflection, you've chosen to seek awareness, a powerful act that sets you apart. Understanding how your daily choices shape your future is the foundation of lasting change. Aging is not dictated solely by time but by the decisions you make each day. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, there is always time to invest in your health. By adopting mindful morning habits, you're not just protecting your body. You're cultivating a future filled with strength, clarity, and the freedom to live life on your terms. Wow, we've covered so much today about how the way you start your morning can shape your health, strength, and independence for years to come. From getting up slowly to hydrating first thing, eating before coffee, respecting your body's morning stiffness, and prioritizing posture. What have you learned so far? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below with one thing you've learned from this video, and start practicing in your life to protect your vitality. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that can transform your daily habits and empower your future.